Hey everyone, today I'm going to look back at the top 10 1990s shows on CBBC for kids. Now these shows were absolutely fantastic. I used to rush home from school, I used to look at the TV guide and get so excited about what was going to come up on each day. It was the highlight of my childhood. I'm not going to lie, watching these TV shows always made me smile no matter what happened at school. Now, TV shows for kids are absolutely rubbish these days, so hopefully kids today will look at this video and realise what they've missed out on. So I'm going to go through these top 10 shows, some you remember, some you may not remember, and if there's any that you think should be included, please comment them in the comments below.
Be afraid, be very afraid. Get your own back starts now!
The first show is Get Your Own Back. Now this pitted kids against adults. They got revenge on their parents for telling them off, and they took part in a series of wacky and crazy games. It was hosted by the forever enthusiastic Dave Benson Phillips, basically the game show version of Ainsley Harriott.
Welcome to this Shepherd's Bush Stadium for the greatest battle of the generations on TV. That's right, Get Your Own Back starts right now.
This was a fantastic, light-hearted bit of fun, and the highlight for me, and I think everyone else, was when the kid got to flick the lever and then the parent slid down the gunk dunk, got completely gunged in a big pool of goo. Next is Animals of Farthing Wood. Now at first glance you may think this is a nice innocent show about cute little animals, but actually no, it's teaching us about life and death. It's based on a group of woodland creatures forced to flee their home of Farthing Wood due to humans, redeveloping their land. Now, led by Badger, they embark on a scary journey to find the safety of White Deer Park. But as I've said before, you might get PTSD, and they showed this at school. Now, the best thing to come out of Birmingham, we should say, is Brum. Now, Brum ran for 3 series between 1991 and 2002, and it was based on a cute, sentient little vintage car which went up all over Birmingham for his secret adventures when the museum owner, the museum that he lived in, had his back turned. And he would go out on these adventures and he would catch kites, he would help lost kids, he would solve crimes. He was just a little adventure saw, but it was just such a fantastic watch and really just nice, gentle, and he's a bloody cute car, isn't he? Now you may not remember this one, but I thought this was fantastic. It was a nice blend of sci-fi and adventure. It's Aquila. And it's based about 2 boys, Tom and Jeff, yes, someone named their child Jeff, where they discover a big red egg spaceship while digging in a field. It only had for 2 series and it ended on a cliffhanger, bastards. Aquila, the ship, it could fly, it could take them wherever they wanted to go. It even had a camera inside which basically showed the past, which was really interesting. They had to learn Latin to understand the instruction manual, and the ship had great powers, including the ability to turn itself invisible. It's definitely worth checking out, and the episodes are on YouTube. Oh my god, that baby son used to terrify me. I don't really know why, but it was just a bit freaky, wasn't it? Right, it's Teletubbies, the international sensation. This was a show about 4 colourful Teletubbies. Tinky Winky, Lala, Dipsy and Poe. They've all got a person inside each costume. And they live in the idyllic world of Teletubby Land. So these 4 Teletubbies even had their own hit single, which I think probably got to #1, which is scary to think about. Their hobbies included rolling around on the ground, laughing a lot, running around, I think eating custard pies or something, and watching kids perform on these little TV screens, but inside their tummies, their bellies. I wasn't a super big fan of Teletubbies. I found it quite monotonous and quite irritating, but my god, the world loved them. So yeah, that's my number 6, Teletubbies. Okay, I'm cheating. It actually started in 1987, this one, but it's Chuckle Vision. I can't turn it down, sorry. It starred Paul and Barry Elliott as the Chuckle Brothers. It aired to critical acclaim and notoriety, being widely known among a large span of generations for their Yorkshire humour and catchphrases such as, to me, to you.
Right, to me. Right, to me then. Phew, that was lucky.
It ran for 292 episodes, over 22 years, from 1987 to 2009. In January 2018, it was voted one of the greatest children's TV shows of all time. I actually got to meet both Barry and Paul a few years ago, probably just under a year before Paul died, but it was really to see them live, and they were just like their TV selves. They were brilliant.
You buffoon! You've broken my toe now! Don't worry, I know everything there is to know about first aid. I used to be a first aider.
And I know all about lemons. I used to be a lemonade.
Barry, take your shoe off.
I'm not wearing a shoe.
That shoe.
Oh.
Oh! Now look what you've done. Go and get the first aid.
Winston? We need that phone.
Don't know why you're surprised. He won't be getting his dad's phone. He'll just be staying away, thinking up excuses.
Byker Grove follows the lives and relationships of a group of young people who are members of a youth club. Running from 1989 to 2006, it was set in a youth club in Byker, Newcastle. It was famed for being grim and gritty in its early days, where it featured stories about suicide, drug addiction and homophobia. The show is set to be rebooted in 2024, bringing back the original cast members of Ant and Dec. Now you may remember this iconic moment where their characters, PJ and Duncan, were playing paintball and poor Ant, PJ, was blinded by a paint gun. Sorry about this one, guys. Might have nightmares.
Zoe and Jamie, your top team for Saturday mornings.
Live and kicking, we've got it covered.
The BBC Saturday Mornings Kids Magazine programme. Technically it was CBBC, yeah? It featured phone-ins, games, comedy, competition and a showing of cartoons. It featured celebrities getting Mick taken out of them, music acts as well. It hit its massive popularity peak in Series 4, where it was presented by Zoe Ball and Jamie Theakston. It was definitely the precursor to bigger shows like SMTV Live, but Live and Kicking will always have a place in my heart. Saturday mornings were never the same without it. Now this show scares me a lot more now than it did as a kid. Look into my eyes.
I think the headmaster is a marvellous man.
The Demon Headmaster was absolutely something else. It was very sinister. It was a science fiction series based on the books by Gillian Cross. It revolved around a mysterious and power-hungry headmaster who hypnotised his fellow pupils when he removed his glasses.
Should all be so tired, so early in the afternoon.
That's what he said before. What's going on? His eyes. No.
You are
I won't look at them.
very tired.
He tried to gain control of the school and then the world. There were several series, including him trying to take over the Prime Minister's brain. Good luck with that. Also creating his own source of evolution, and also using AI to a full advantage about 25 years before it became a thing. It's definitely worth checking out, but you might have nightmares. Oh, and don't forget to check out the reboot series. The late Terence Hardiman even made a cameo. Now this one might be a surprise for number one, but I thought this show was fantastic and quite underrated. But be careful what you wish for. The Queen's Nose was a fantasy series based on the book by Dick King-Smith. Harmony Parker was a pre-teen tearaway, a 12-year-old girl who loves animals but doesn't get on with her family.
In this house as it is, we can't have two. She's not a wild animal. She's dead friendly and intelligent, not like you lot.
That's enough, the rabbit goes.
No!
She receives a magical 50p coin from her Uncle Ginger that can grant wishes when Queen Elizabeth's nose is rubbed. Each wish does have its own rules and consequences, as she soon finds out.
Even my smelly family couldn't resist the power of the Queen's nose.
Harmony! I'm coming!
I wish that my family were completely different. Do you think it'll work, Anita?
And often has to redo her wish because she's made such a cock up of the first time. Now this was a great show. The first 3 series included Harmony, Victoria Chalet, but then the cast changed and it included foster children, and it wasn't quite the same. It went on to series 6 and 7, but the pinnacle, the peak of the series was definitely the early ones.
Look who it ain't! Cinderella! Hello, darling. Fancy a fry-up?
Oh, no! I mean, you hate fry-ups! I didn't mean you to change like this.
Change? We ain't changed. Last time your father changed his socks was when he married me.
And what I love about this show is it isn't too preachy, but it does teach you about consequences. So it's definitely worth checking out. A few of the episodes are still on YouTube, but they are quite hard to come by.
I wish that my family would go back to how they were before. I did everything right. Rubbed the Queen's nose on the coin and made the wish. Look, you guys, I really, really mean it. I want you back. Melody, please come back.
Help me.
Even though I hate you, I've no one to argue with. Mum, please come. I really want you back. I love you.
Harmony. Tom, what are you doing? Hi.
Next time you see 50p, maybe just rub the nose of it and make a wish. You never know what might happen. Thank you so much for watching. I had a nostalgic blast making this video. It's incredible. Please check out this video all about shows that are on CITV. There's some great memories in there too. Please comment below any programs that you may remember that I forgot, and subscribe so I can make some more content. Thanks for watching and see you later.